What's up, good people? This your guy, Georgia Lina Connection, checking in again. Been doing a good bit of research. I got another video. It's pretty wild, but I'm break down a whole lot of stuff. I ain't gonna waste too much time on it, which I'm probably gonna waste a lot of time on. This one here is the doctrine of discovery was faked by the black nobility Roman Empire. And this goes a long way. It's a whole lot of ancient history and stuff, but it's always something going on in the world. And so-called black people really have to get out of that victim mentality. Like, now we the prime suspects. I mean, you can't say we was the first people on Earth and then get mad when stuff get to happening on Earth. It is what it is. I mean, just do what you can do for yourself and the people you love the most. Because either way, we're only here for the moment. But I'm start this first book here called Phoenician Origin of Britain, Scots, and Anglo-Saxons by L.A. Waddle. And I am not going to read a whole lot of this book. This 481 pages. Best I can do for you is give you this 366. Yes. Since they never give us history about the Western Hemisphere, America, I'm going to give you some of it. It's the trip part. So this is chapter 12. This is the ancient Britain Tassio coin described Dias. Now what you see is a horse, and you see some symbols look like the Star of David. I don't know. I couldn't really tell you, but it looks like it. So we're just gonna scroll on down here real quick. Disclosing his identity with Phoenician Archangel Tax, the Shop McCall, and Thiazi, Migley of Goths, Daxa of Vetus, and widespread worship in early Britain. Phoenician origin of Dionysos and Michaelmas, harvest festival, and of those names. All right. We have already found that the tutelary Tas or Dias of the Sumerians or early Phoenicians, also called Marduk, but they just give you a whole different name. The firstborn son of Jave was the archangel messenger of Ia. What? Man, is terrible. And that he was freely invoked and figured upon sacred seals and amulets by the Sumerians, Hittites, Trojans, and Phoenicians, just as we discovered that he was invoked in the prehistoric cup mark inscriptions in Britain. And we have found that he was the chief divinity figured along with the cross defending the goats or deer, symbolizing the Goths in the Hitto-Sumerian, Trojan, and Phoenician seals and amulets, and on Phoenician and Greco-Phoenician coins, just as we find him figured on the ancient monuments and coins of the early Britons, in which latter he bears not infrequently the stamped name of Task or Tassio or Dias, and is figured sometimes winged and frequently along with ears of corn and the corn cross of his father, Indara or Andrew of the X type. Wow. So you got the corn and the horse. I ain't fine with that presentation stuff, but I just be reading this stuff and actually getting into it and learning it. But man, that is deep. So what we're gonna do is stop sharing. I'm just gonna share my whole screen. It makes it easier for me. I'm just gonna go to the window and just go through it like I was gonna do it because it's just so complicated. Now, as we go here, you got the horse and the corn. All righty. Where are horses native to? Are horses native to North America? This is a trip. All right. Horses are native to North America, and there is fossil evidence that shows that Eohippus, which is the ancient ancestor of today's modern horse, originated in North America 60 million years ago. Around 10,000 years ago, horses became extinct in North America, but were brought back by European settlers and Spanish explorers. So what is a Mustang then? Because there were wild Mustangs running around. There were wild horses already running around anyway, but here they go with that. If horses hadn't made it out of North America, they probably wouldn't exist today. Oh my bad. Yeah, this is American Wild Horse Campaign, and the other one was the Equine Helper. So like you just type in where a horse is native to, and they're gonna give you a whole lot of stuff. So the first ancient horses lived in forests 55 million years ago, both in Europe and America, right? At that time, they were the size of dogs. Horses resembling the ones we know today evolved in North America. From there, they spread to Asia and Europe. What? See, that's how they come up with that. I don't know, man. It's just same old stuff. 1 minute they on two continents, then the next minute they on one. All right. If the ancient horses, this migration happened between 1 million and 800,000 years ago. Okay. According to a new genetic study published in the journal Molecular Ecology. If the ancient horses hadn't made their way to Eurasia, there probably wouldn't be any horses today. What? About 10,000 years ago, horses disappeared from North America. Until then, there had been varieties of the Equidae family on the continent for over 50 million years. Man, here they go to my travel across the land bridge. Hell no. Nah. Damn horses doing all that. All right, plays into debate about Mustangs. Domestic horses come from wild horses in Europe and Asia. They were domesticated about 6,000 years ago. Oh my goodness. The wild horses are gone with the possible exception of some weird name, Przewalski horse, which originated on the Central Asian steppes. However, numerous wild horses in North America today came with the Spaniards in the 16th century. Okay, that's what y'all say. But them damn Phoenicians brought them with them. All right. So what are we doing? Corn and horses. That's about all we need. Ceres, Annona, and the corn supply to Rome. Rome was always concerned to get a good supply of corn. Corn is the name for whatever cereal grain is in common use. Man, stop lying. You can come up with any other name besides corn, because if that's the case, they'll still be calling it corn over there. And they don't call it corn over there. They call it corn over here, though. Come on, get right. That's something they just, you gotta keep your mind open and stuff. The Roman cereal crops were wheat and barley, and they also used millet. Yeah. A good crop every year was essential. Ceres, equivalent to the Greek Demeter, was the goddess of agriculture and appeared on coins carrying ears of corn. Annona was a personification of the annual corn supply. This is a very specific sort of thing to have a personification, which shows how important it is. Rome depended heavily on supplies of grain from Egypt. The fertility of the lands around the Nile allowed Egypt to export large amounts and still not starve. This made Egypt a critical dependency for Rome, which established direct control on the death of Cleopatra the Seventh in 30 BCE. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they was giving out corn and everything else. Okay. Yeah, but this book says otherwise. We now find further that Tas is hailed as the gladdener of corn, creator of wheat and barley, as cited in the heading. This discovers his identity with the corn spirit of the Greeks, Dionysus, which name indeed of hitherto unknown origin and meaning we now find was apparently applied to Tas in Sumerian, thus discovering the Sumerian origin of Dionysus in both name, function, and representation. This also explains for the first time why corn and barley are so frequently figured on the Tassio. Oh, I thought what barley and wheat was the name of corn, but they're saying they're two separate things. Okay. Corn and barley are so frequently figured on the Tassio coins of the ancient Britons, and along with Tassio on Phoenician coins, and why the popular Hittite divinity Tashub or Tasha the plow is figured holding stalks of corn on the Hitto-Sumer seals, and as a gigantic warrior clad in Gothic dress holding corn stalks and bunches of grapes beside a plow in the archaic Hittite rock sculpture in the Cilician gates of the Taurus at Ivris near Heraclea, as Tas or Tassio is the defied Hercules. Moreover, we find that Tassio is the Hitto-Phoenician origin of Saint Michael the Archangel. I always say angel. The Archangel in name, function, and representation. The latter Phoenicians calling him Dasha occasionally add the title Mikal in invoking his blessing, and his name also appears, I find, upon the Phoenician coins of Cilicia of the 5th century, along with the figure of Taxi in Phoenician script as Miklu and as Mekagal in the Sumerian name for the old harvest festival corresponding to Michaelmas. All right. So, yeah, St. Michael being the corn spirit and all that. Oh yeah, and in the Saint Michael's bannock or cake of the Michael Mass Festival in the Western Isles of Scotland. Goodness, so it's all in Scotland too. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me have you show you who those Phoenician origins. Go back to that one. I'm just going through some stuff just to give you a little idea of who people are. This chapter 10, Partholon's invasion of Ireland about 400 BC discovers first peopling of Ireland and Albion in Stone Age by Matriarchus Van or Finn dwarfs, disclosing Van or Finn origin of Irish Aborigines and of their serpent worship of Saint Brigid and of the matrilinear customs of the Irish and Picts. It just means Ireland and Scotland. In searching the Irish Scot traditional records for references to Partholon and his Phoenician invasion of Ireland, the relative historicity of a considerable part of the Irish tradition for the remoter prehistoric period extending back to the Stone Age becomes presumably apparent, although the old tradition as found in the books of Ballymote, Lacan, Leinster, yes, a lot of people came out of Leinster to America, etc., is manifestly overlaid thickly with later legend and myth by the medieval Irish bards who compiled these books for older sources and expanded them with many anachronisms and trivial conjectural details introduced by uniformed latter bards to explain fancied affinities on an et, oh shit, etymological basis. Nevertheless, we seem to find in these books a residual outline of consistent tradition which appears to preserve some genuine memory of the remote prehistoric period. This enables us, in the new light of our discoveries in regard to Partholon, to recover the outline of a seemingly genuine tradition for the prehistory of Erin and Alban, and for the peopling of Erin in the hitherto dark prehistoric period of the later Stone Age, in the nomadic hunting stage of the early world before the institution of agriculture, marriage, and the settled life. It seemed like nobody knows anything about agriculture around the whole world, but people done been here for millions of years. So they say. So I mean, right. Nobody got a green thumb, so people just out there chasing animals and I guess allegedly just eating each other. I don't know. They just eating what they can find and chasing stuff down. Agriculture is probably like the first thing a person can do. If you see something grow out the ground, I mean, it'll give you an idea to, try to see what'll happen if you put something in the ground to make it grow. You might put the whole plant in there, but hey, eventually you'll figure it out. It don't take a million and something years to figure out how to grow something. But anyway, Partalon's invasion of Ireland occurred about 400 BC. Is referred to in the Irish Scot books as the second of the great traditional waves of immigration which flowed into that land. The first of these traditional waves of immigration into Old Erin in so-called pre-Diluvian times, then that's before the flood, right, is of a special interest and historical importance as it seems to preserve a genuine memory of the first peopling of Ireland in the prehistoric Stone Age. The first traditional migration of people into Erin is significantly stated in the Irish records, as cited in the heading to have been led by a woman, Césaire or Césaire. This tradition of a woman leader appears to me to afford the clue to the matrilineal custom through the mother and not through the father, which mother right, according to the Irish and Pict chronicles, prevailed in early Erin. This custom is admittedly a vestige of the primitive matriarchy, ain't primitive, or rule by mothers, which was, according to leading authorities, the earliest stage of the family in primitive society. In the hunting stage of the Stone Age, when promiscuity prevailed in the primeval hordes before the institution of fatherhood and marriage. Damn, but he bashing women. Women don't catch a break. Damn. That's terrible. We got deadbeat mamas. Allegedly, I don't think, you know, men write stuff. Like, something wrong with that guy. I never say that about my mom. This tradition, therefore, that the first immigrants to Ireland were led by a woman is in agreement with what leading scientific anthropologists have elicited in regard to primitive society and is therefore probably a genuine tradition. It is also in keeping with the first occupation of Erin having occurred in the Neolithic or Late Stone Age period, to extend from about 1000 BC to about 1500 BC or later, as is established by the archaeological evidence in Ireland. It is also in agreement with the physical type of the early Aborigines of Hibernia, as elicited by excavations, and of the bulk of the present day population, who are mostly of the dark, smaller statured, long, narrow headed, Iberian or Mediterranean type. Wow. As opposed to the element of the tall, fair Aryans, the Irish Scots of Bede and other early writers, now presumably located mostly in Ulster. I don't know what the hell that is right there. That is not a picture of nobody. He looked familiar though, I ain't gonna lie. All right, that was it. They just said it was some short, dark skinned people. Goes a long way. Then I got one more to read out the book. It's a long ass book. You wanna read it? It actually what is it? Internet archive thing. You can get the book to you can get it to talk to you. Yeah. All right. Oh, I might need to come back because I gotta jump to something else. Y'all just bear with me. Just be going over stuff. It's like I'm having a conversation with just chilling. What I be doing. Now, how far we done made it? So, talking about the Roman Empire and black nobility and everything else. All righty. Now, let's get to the doctrine of discovery, which is amazing. So, the doctrine of discovery is what? May 4, 1493, the Pope issues the Intercatera and the Dumb Diverses and all that hoopla stuff he's supposed to be doing. But the thing is, Rome been struggling forever. That's the only way they even survive, is by invading, allegedly, because it seems as though there's a such thing as a Roman Empire and all of that. It sounds like a bunch of people that ain't really got their stuff together, and they got to keep leeching on the people to have things. So that's what it is. Now, the definition of doctrine. So, what is a doctrine? Since it's what's supposed to have been used, is a codification of beliefs or a body of teachings or instructions taught, principles or positions as the essence of teachings in a given branch of knowledge or in a belief system. But in Greek is catechism, whatever. All right, that is a doctrine. So, it just means to orally teach, to teach orally. You ever notice when somebody be wanting stuff from you, they gonna really talk to you and get all sympathetic and emotional. That's how you preacher be sounding in the beginning. Hey, you ain't got it to give, You don't need to be in here, but amen to you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that's what Rome is. But hey, they fight though. I mean, they had some people behind them. All you, you teach a person something, you know what I'm saying, from when they kids and stuff, they'll follow you. But it is a summary or exposition of doctrine and serves as a learning introduction to the sacraments traditionally used in catechesis or Christian religious teaching of children and adult converts. Catechisms are doctrinal manuals, often in the form of questions followed by answers to be memorized, a format that has been used in non-religious or secular contexts as well. There you go. And you just keep repeating it over and over until whoever listening really remember it. All right. Now, what is a discovery? Since it's a doctrine of discovery shit, let's go ahead and figure it out. A belief or set of beliefs held and taught by a church, political party, or other group. So, boom. And that's what doctrine of discovery is. Ain't that something? The action, did I read it? The action or process of discovering or being discovered. Oh, shit, I had jumped to something else on here. My bad, y'all. My bad. That's what doctrine is, a belief. And discovery is to find something or discover it, whatever. And of expressing the relationship between a part and a whole. That's deep. All right, carry on. Now, we ain't gonna move out of it just yet. So these Phoenician origins. And we gotta get to we gotta go back to this Phoenician stuff. So Saint Andrews as patron saint with his cross incorporates Hitto, Sumerian Father God, and Dara, and all of these people. So still further evidence for the Hitto Phoenician origin. They all gonna throw Hitto in there. Of the Britons, Scots, and Anglo-Saxons is found in the legend of Saint Andrew with his cross as the patron saint of the Scyths, Gothic Russia, Burgundy, of the Visigoths from the Rhine to the Baltic, Gothland, and Scotland. That's a big area. We shall now find that the apostle bearing the Aryan, Gentile, and non-Hebrew name of Andrew was presumably an Aryan Phoenician. Damn, did I ever type that in? What Aryan mean? I'll type it in real quick. Aryan definition. Aryan definition. A member of a people speaking an Indo-European. Man, get that shit out of here. That ain't what it means. Damn, they done took the whole thing off there. It did mean noble person, but damn. Oh, there you go. World History Encyclopedia. Damn, come on now. Is a designation originally meaning civilized, noble, or free. Hold the fuck up. I done found something out. Without reference to any ethnicity, it was first applied as a self identifying term by a migratory group of people from Central Asia, later known as Indo Iranians, who settled on the Iranian plateau and later applied to Indo Aryans who traveled south to settle northern India. That's Eastern Europe. So that's where Aryans come from. So that means they were civilized. Wow. Phoenicians done went and picked up a whole group of people and then gave them the game. Yeah, everything ties back in together. Okay. Damn well, man, I lost myself. All right, Aryan Phoenician. That means civilized Phoenician. So, damn, that's gangster. And that the priestly legend attached to him incorporates part of the old legend of his namesake, Induru, a common Sumerian title of the father god Baal, who is the Hittite god Indara, Indri or Indri the divine, a title of Thor of the Goths. Let me make sure I still got mine. And Indra the father, like all the X's and crosses. God of the eastern branch of the Aryan Bharats. Bharats is what they call, well, used to be Bharat, now it's India. And we shall find that the worship of Andrew with his X cross was widespread in early Britain and in Ireland or ancient Scotia in prehistoric times, long before the dawn of the Christian era. And he is the in aura stamped with cross, etc., on ancient Britain coins. The X cross, now commonly called St. Andrew's or inherently cross saltire, is figured freely on Hitto-Sumerian, Trojan, and Phoenician sacred seals as a symbol of Indara. From the earliest period downwards, both simply and in several conventional forms. And significantly, these various conventional Hitto-Sumerian, Trojan, and Phoenician forms of Indara's cross are also found in more or less identical form on prehistoric monuments and pre-Christian coins in ancient Britain as the St. Andrew's cross. This so-called cross of St. Andrew, although resembling the true cross of equal arms in a tilted or satire position, does not appear to have been a true cross symbol at all, but was the battle axe or hammer symbol of Indara or Thor. All right. All right. So we got St. Andrew's cross. Let's check out St. Andrew's cross. Oh, yeah. It goes deep. And then I asked myself, the St. Andrew's cross? Hold on. So that's the flag of St. Andrews, Scotland, right? Another flag of St. Andrews, Confederate flag. Hmm. Then you got the true cross. The crux is a constellation of the southern sky that is centered on four bright stars in a cross-shaped asterism commonly known as the Southern Cross. It lies on the southern end of the Milky Way's visible band. Milky Way. The name Crux is Latin for cross. Even though it is the smallest of all 88 modern constellation, Crux. Fuck it, say Crux. Is among the most easily distinguished as its four main stars each have an apparent visible magnitude brighter than plus 2.8. It has attained a high level of cultural significance in many southern hemisphere states and nations. Okay. What the hell that mean? But anywho, the 15th century Venetian, oh my God, I had to get to Venetian, navigator Alves Catamosto made note of what was probably the Southern Cross on exiting the Gambia River in 1455. That is in Africa, calling it the Caro del Oscro. However, Catamosto's accompanying diagram was inaccurate. Historians generally credit João Faras for being the first European to depict it correctly. Faras sketched and described the constellation, calling it Las Guardas in a letter written on the beaches of Portugal on the 1st of May, 1500 to the Portuguese monarch. Okay. João Faras, better known simply as Master John, was an astrologer, astronomer, physician, and surgeon of King Manuel I of Portugal. Blah, blah, blah. He accompanied him in 1500, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, he is actually Castilian, but you can call it Portuguese. It's all the same. On account of his poor command of Portuguese and preference for Spanish, Master João Faras is generally believed to have been originally one of the existing nationalities in what would become Spain. Whether he was Castilian, Galician, or Aragonese has been alternately proposed. He was almost certainly a Sephardi Jew. He probably fled Spain for Portugal after the 1492 Alhambra decrees, but ended up converting after 1496 to enter the service of King Manuel I of Portugal. Recent research has traced at least two originally Spanish Jews who could plausibly fit his profile. One, a certain Juan Faras, a native of Seville, Spain. Another, a Mester Joan, original surname and town who settled in northern Portugal and took up the name João de Paz. Oh, yeah. We going. I'm just going through. I'm going to go as fast as I can, but I got you. Now, that same dude went on something called the Second Portuguese India Armada in 1500, right? By the king, placed under his command. So, Cabral's Armada famously discovered Brazil for the Portuguese crown along the way. By and large, the Second Armada's diplomatic mission to India failed. So, the first one went to Brazil, and it's called the Portuguese India Armada. So y'all trying to go to India, but y'all went to Portugal because you can't go through the Mediterranean because that's where all the Muslims at. I get that, but how did y'all end up getting to Brazil when you trying to go to India when y'all sailed around Africa like in the 1400s? Matter of fact, like the 1450s. Yes. Anywho, look at this lady. She light skinned with a whole lot of afro on her head. I ain't saying she a Negro, but she look like a little red bone though. Anywho, we're gonna get to the black nobility. I just been looking through all this stuff. I'm gonna get off Wikipedia too, because some people say it's not a good source. But yeah, this lady here, Maria. Look at the picture. They always show you a real light skinned person with some bushy hair. And you know you can't get that bushy hair without, you know what I'm saying? Having a little something in your blood. I know some whole lot of light skinned people with afros. Anyway, now, how did they get blown off course? This is really amazing. This is a global map, and it literally shows you the air and ocean currents, the gyres. So you leaving Portugal, right? Mm-hmm. If you leave Portugal, the way that ocean set up, you gotta really hug the coast to get somewhere. Now they do got a little path going from way around here, and it's nice because it's in real time too. Mm-hmm. This is literally the way ocean currents work. And it's a whole lot easier to get to Europe than it is for Europe to get to us over here in the U.S. and all parts of America. They even show you the little ocean currents, how you can leave. You can leave out of the Gulf of Mexico and just float on. You come up out of that thing the right way, boy, you go straight over there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Only way you would really be able to get to America from England is you have to find a current coming up this way. During the doctrine of discovery, they weren't messing with them Muslims. Even if you go into the Mediterranean, you can come in. Oh shoot, let me take that off. You can come in through the Straits of the Malta. It's hard to get out of there though, unless you take a route through a river. You can get out of there. Now that is pretty. Now, this is what it looks like with the wind blowing. So you got you a good current to float in. And anybody who drive trucks, you know, you can be riding a straight line, and that wind get to blowing, it'll take you over. This what it look like with the wind blowing. So current and wind power. Oh yeah. I just like looking at that one. That is a whole lot of wind. This is on the surface. It ain't hard to get to other places. Everything is right there. They make it seem like people live on whole nother planets away from each other. Like, oh my God, we just discovered America. No, you didn't. It was already here. Y'all know what's been going on. We family. And that's wind. You go back to the ocean currents, boom. Even from America to Asia, India, Asia, whatever you call it. All these currents everywhere. Hey, that's what they say. Anywho, where were we? Phoenician origins of Britain, Scots, and them. Anglo-Saxons. As we go a little further, then I find this book right here. The Algonquin conquest of the Mediterranean region of 11,500 years ago. Um, this is on Internet Archive too. It is a very great read. It's by who? Samuel Poe. It was written in 2008. I guess somebody had another way of looking at things. All right. And of course, they want to call people Native Americans, whatever. Now, it's just the introduction of stuff. It's just stuff to read. Chapter 1, Western Europe. So 11,500 years ago, the first place they go is to Western Europe. Hold on, let's look at the map again. So the Algonquins is what, like northeast, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the Algonquin like northeast U.S. Let me zoom in on it so we can get a good look at this ocean current since they started with Western Europe first. Yeah, boom. There you go. Nice little current floating straight to Europe ass. Going straight over there to West Europe. Come here. Take some corn over here. Corn and tobacco and coca leaves. That's a good combination. Nah, you can make corn liquor. No, I'm from the South. Shit, in the South, corn is everything. You got cornbread, corn flakes. Shit, they use corn for baby formula. Stop playing, man. I see why the Roman Empire was trying to get them. Why they came over here. You gotta be able to feed all them kids. We're gonna feed them with our food and then turn them on us. That is wild. All right. Western Europe. Then they go straight to Italy. Pompeii. First Greeks, Northern Africa, Egypt, the Middle East, the Great Floods, the end of Algonquin rule, other possible and Algonquin colonies, the legacy of the Atlanteans. So now, when they say Middle East, so my thoughts is if y'all say Middle East, so how the Phoenicians come out of the Middle East, or they say all that. Well, it's in your Bible if you read it, but the Canaanites and all that, the Phoenicians started in the Middle East and stuff. I had it on somewhere, just a little Wikipedia jump. But they say that the Canaanite, Phoenicians, Semitic people come out of the Middle East. But it sounds like the Phoenicians and the Algonquins got a little something going on together. Are they the same people? Yeah, sound like it to me. Alrighty. But yes, that is a great read if you want to read that, people. I really like that book. I actually sat and read the whole thing. And they do try to throw a little curveball, they hijack the stuff and try to make it like, oh my God, it was dark skinned people there. But were they from Africa? Like, how the hell are these people from Africa? And the same people I colonized and darker than them. Come on, man. It's wild. Anyway, so we done made it to the St. Andrew's crossing stuff. Yeah, I ain't in order with it. It's just what I'm doing. But we're going to get to the doctrine of discovery and all that shit. So people can get out of this mentality. And on my other video, I already showed you that a lot of the people that was getting shipped over here as slaves were Roman Catholic people. Where is it? Right there. Note that many are from East and Northeast Scotland and England. Most of the Highlanders appear to be Roman Catholics from Inverness-shire. Most of them would be Catholics and Episcopalians, the Jacobites and stuff. Man, this stuff goes so deep. Nothing but a family war. Black on black crime, whatever you want to call it. There go the list. This black, swarthy, brown, sandy-haired, brown. Niggas. That's all it was. There ain't those white people in it. Well, hell, from what the Phoenician origins of Britain, Scots, and Anglo-Saxons look like, we went and picked up some white folks and civilized their ass and gave them the game, and they came with us. Then you got the Naturalization Act and shit. I'm really tripping on the video. Just going in. Appreciate y'all for watching too, man. Thank you so much. It's just one of my videos. I'm just chilling tonight, man. I've been working and stuff. Mm-hmm. All right. Historians are agreed that English and French involvement in Ireland was a historical inevitability, but the surprising manner in which it actually happened could not have been foreseen at the time. All right. As discussed in the previous section, Darmat MacMurchada, the king of Leinster, we just looked at Leinster, had been expelled from Ireland after being defeated by King Rory O'Connor of Connacht and the Dubliners. A ruthless warrior now humiliated by defeat, MacMurchada's only goal was to win back his kingdom. With this in mind, he sailed to Britain and sought a meeting with King Henry II of England in 1166 in the hope that Henry might help him in his quest. Oh, I went far ahead too. My bad. I didn't give you this one. I guess that's just to reiterate that the Anglo-French invasion of Ireland. But this was after Ireland became Catholicized. Anti-Catholicism in the United Kingdom dates back to Roman times. Attacks on the church from a Protestant angle mostly began with the English and Irish Reformations, which were launched by King Henry VIII, and the Scottish Reformation, which was led by John Knox within England. The Act of Supremacy 1534 declared the English crown to be the only supreme head on earth of the church in England in place of the Pope. Any act of allegiance to the latter was considered treasonous because the papacy claimed both spiritual and political power over its followers. Ireland was brought under direct English control starting in 1536 during the Tudor conquest of Ireland. The Scottish Reformation in 1560 abolished Catholic ecclesiastical structures and rendered Catholic practice illegal in Scotland. Okay. Today, anti-Catholicism remains common in the United Kingdom, with particular prevalence in Scotland and Northern Ireland. All righty. Now, Armorica is the name given in ancient times to the part of Gaul. It's a region of Western Europe described by the Romans, encompassing present-day France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and parts of Switzerland, the Netherlands, Germany, and northern Italy. God darn, that's a lot. Between the Seine and Loire, France. That includes the Brittany Peninsula, extending inland to an intermediate point and down the Atlantic coast. The name Armorica is a Latinized form of the Gaulish toponym Armorica, or Armorica, same shit, which literally means place in front of the sea. It is formed with the prefix prefix R in front of, attached to Mori, C. We're going to get to that more. Mori. The inhabitants of the region were called Armorici or Amoricos, formed with the stem R, Mori, extended by the determinative suffix cos. It is glossed by the Latin Antimarini in Enliker's glossary. Oh, that's dating back to the 8th century. I guess that's when more started becoming something good. The Slavs use a similar formation, Pomorgane, did those in front of the sea to distinguish the inhabitants of Pomerania. The Latin adjective armoricani was an administrative term designating, in particular, a sector of the Roman defense line in Gaul in late antiquity. The Armorian Tract. So what this sound like? Because they got this name in the so-called 8th century, right? Oh, it's Celtic language. Old Irish, Old Welsh, Old Breton. In Breton, which belongs to the Brythonic branch of the insular Celtic languages, along with Welsh and Cornish. On the sea is Warvor, Welsh R4, F being voiced and pronounced like English V, but the older for Arvor is used to refer to the coastal regions of Brittany in contrast to Argoed, on, at, forest, for the inland regions. Okay. Then when they get to talking about it, first thing they bring up is Rome. They had treaties with Rome. Something wrong with Rome, man. They is really bugging. They like to bother people a lot. Sure do. This is Armorica. Right there on the tip of what we call Galicia. It's the same damn spot. It's in Spain or Portugal, whatever. You can say it's bordered by Portugal. It's the same spot, Galicia. It's a autonomous community of Spain. And we find out that the area now called Galicia was first inhabited by humans during the Middle Paleolithic period, which ain't nothing but the damn Stone Age. Man, they got to make up all kind of names. And takes its name from the Galici, the Celtic people living north of the Douro River during the last millennium BC. Galicia was incorporated into the Roman Empire at the end of the Cantabrian Wars in 19th century. 19 BC. Okay. So this place been took over a lot. It was incorporated into the Visigoths in 585. Well, hold on, damn. Oh, it was a Roman province in the 3rd century. In 410, the Germans, Braga. Then they took over a lot. And it was incorporated to the Visigoths. 585, then 711, it was invaded by the Muslims. Okay. And then the Visigoths by 718. Whole lot of people been running up in there. Yeah. Then this where the Moor name come from, but this is the place that's still in the same area as that Portugal. They call it Spain. This place is an autonomous community. The city has its origins in the shrine of Saint James the Great, now the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela. Yeah. Santiago gives his name to one of the 4 military orders of Spain. Santiago Calatrava, Alcantara, and Montesa. Mm-mm-mm. Now this Santiago, I'm gonna go to him because it don't really seem like nobody taking over nothing. It just seems like people just have a little fight and then it be over with. All right, black nobility time. The Order of Santiago is a religious and military order founded in the 12th century. It owes its name to the patron saint of Spain, Saint James the Greater. Its initial objective was to protect the pilgrims on the way of St. James, to defend Christendom, and to remove the Muslim Moors from the Iberian Peninsula with the Reconquista. Interest was not restricted to nobility of Spain exclusively, and some members have been Catholic Europeans from other parts of Europe. The order's insignia is particularly recognizable and abundant in Western art. Is that so? So these are 4 military orders. That's the Cross of St. James, right? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, let's do it. The Knight of Santiago Pain. Now this is from 1570, 1580. The 14th century, as they call it. Chafariz de El Rey in the Alfama district is a view of a square with the King's Fountain in Lisbon. Dutch painting, circa 1570 through 80. Close up of a man who appears to be the King of Portugal. All right, he appears to be him. The king wears the cross of the Order of Santiago, which was founded in the 12th century and owes its name to the national patron of Galicia and Spain, Santiago, St. James the Greater, under whose banner the Christians began in the 9th century to combat and drive back the Moors and Muslims from the Iberian Peninsula. What article is this? Oh, EgyptSearch.com. This painting been around. In this article, the writer talks about the Jewish and African presence in the painting. According to the writer of this article, the Jews in the painting have long beards, flat hats, and a yellow circle on their clothes. The Holy Roman and Spanish Emperor Charles V ordered the Jews to wear yellow circles. The authors think the blacks were African slaves and free African slaves. There we fucking go. There's always some free niggas and some not free niggas. All right. According to Real History Worldwide, Arthur and Egypt Search Forum poster Mike III, the black people in the paintings are the King of Portugal, black European noble, and black European masses. Really? Well, thank you, sir, for pointing that out. I would have not guessed it. You got the King of Portugal in 1570 and 1580. Oh, I'm gonna tell you which king this is too. Hold on. Yep. So they painted this in 1570 and 1580, right? This don't look like him, but we gonna get to him. What that nigga at? What that name is? Oh, I done lost him. It's just like the black nobility. They hide on your ass. That's how I go with this family member real quick. Well, there's one of them. Spanish monarch. You know. This guy right here with the Holy Cross symbol next to him, pointing to it. Carlos Quintos, Charles V. But he ain't the one that's on the painting, though. I get to him. But these are all the Inca kings. I don't know who these people is. Oh, that's Pizarro. And Almagro. Yep. 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 Look like a bunch of brown skinned people to me. I ain't gonna call them black. I'm gonna call them brown. But that's Charles V, right? Boom. As we proceed. It'll make me click off Charles V. That's for do. But I will search him down real quick. Mm-hmm. Boom. These are not the same people. Well, this could be with this picture right here. Might be him right there on the right side. Charles V and Philip II. Oh, here we go. Emperor Charles V and his son, Philip II. Sardonyx cameo by Leon Leone, 1550. Okay. So we got a 1550 of them, huh? Yeah, they say that's Charles V. Charles V and Philip, right? These folks tell you anything. A lot of this stuff you have to like really, really search for and find, man. So Charles V died in 1558. Let me just go to his little Wikipedia real quick so I can get a little quick look at his son real quick. Because Philip II took over, right? So he was the king of Portugal from what? 1556 to 1580. Boom. And this painting was done 1570 through 1580. Hey, it's him allegedly. I mean, there's some little brown people. They like blue black, but they like brown. There's some blue black people, boy. Good gosh. Good gosh. But yeah, that's Philip of Spain. Okay, Philip II. That's supposed to be his son, but yeah, we just seen a picture of you. That ain't the same people. Nope. Nope, not you. They kind of look like you a little bit. Oh, we're getting closer. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting real niggerish now. Oh, what do we have here? Ooh, I wish I can get closer. Now he got a little tan to him, a little darkness to him. He kind of looked like that guy on the horse. Just a little bit. Come on, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Proceed. So that's the Order of Santiago people over there in Portugal. The origins of the Order of the Thistle. The story of the Order of the Thistle, or the Order of St. Andrew, combines the history of Scotland with Scottish and Christian mythology. Mm-hmm. On June 16, 1687, a London newspaper published a decree issued on May 29th by King James II of England, also King James VII of Scotland, regarding the founding, or rather the revival, of the Order of the Thistle to its full glory, luster, and magnificency. Supposedly, this order had originally been founded as early as the year 809 by Achaeus, king of the Scots, to commemorate his allegiance with Emperor Charlemagne. All right. Yeah, and it's depicting the St. Andrew's cross. Once again, We go back to these, where that cross come from. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, 366. Yeah, corn and cross. Sound like y'all ain't start your own thing, but sound like a whole lot of American influence. But I digress. They don't really want you to tell all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Who is this lady? Oh, Maria of Portugal. Got the King's List. Got the ocean currents of people floating around. Oh, did we do the Irish? Yeah, the Irish tie into this too. The Irish in Santiago de Compostela. One needs an adequate account of the wandering priests and friars moving hither and thither between this country and the continent, suffering so deeply, striving so gallantly to keep the institutional side of the church from utterly fading away. The Irish College at Santiago de Compostela, one of the most important recommendations of the Council of Trent, which ended in 1563, was that seminaries should be set up to train priests in Catholic countries. The foundation of such seminaries in Ireland was impossible after the break with Rome by Henry VIII. Hmm. The suppression and confiscation of the monasteries and the rigorous laws enforced by him and his successors, in particular the penal laws enacted by Henry VIII's successors, had a disastrous effect on Ireland. The solution to the problem was to establish seminaries outside Ireland in Catholic kingdoms sympathetic to the Irish predicament, such as France, Spain, Italy, and Portugal, and also in Poland, Bohemia, and the Low Countries or Spanish Netherlands. The Irish College at Santiago was one of these colleges. It was founded in 1605 to train priests for the mission to Ireland, as they called it. Mhm. The Irish College at Santiago was opened in 1605 as the Gaelic civilization in Ireland was collapsing and closed in 1767. The students in the early years of the college were housed badly in a variety of rented dwellings, one of which was in the Huertas quarter of the city. In 1616, 44 Rua Nova was rented and subsequently purchased in 1620, and it became the college's permanent home from then onwards. Okay, so you got an Irish Santiago de Compostela. Now, go to my map. Santiago de Compostela. It's right here. Can I get that on the map? Yes, sir. All right. Boom. There's a lot of places around here too. That's close to the ocean. Probably about an hour drive, 2 hours. I don't know. So if that's right, then Spain, Portugal, like, then this would have to be right here, somewhere in that area. Gotcha. So it was a war with different factions of colored people. Then you go to Benjamin Franklin's observation concerning mankind. The number of purely white people in the world is proportionally very small. Oh, this is in 1751 too. So just to throw that in, 1751. Benjamin Franklin. All Africa is black or tawny. Asia, chiefly tawny. America, exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, and Swedes are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion, as are the Germans also. The Saxons only excepted, who with the English make the principal body of white people on the face of the earth. So, the Saxons, English, the only white people. So when they say the Anglo-French, so these were some white and black folks. I mean, hey, white and swarthy, as I can say. So they flipped on Ireland in 1166. They invaded Ireland. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That stuff is good to know. That's why I don't be mad with nobody. I just be chilling. I'm like, man, I be learning too much stuff, man. I don't even be want to get into nothing with nobody, man. I'm like, I be feeling bad. Check this out. White privilege. Principal body of white people. Wasn't a many, so I know they wasn't traveling. Stop lying. People weren't going no damn well. White privilege and dumb versus the papal bull that authorized the African slave trade. So y'all really gonna believe that there were some people that were white doing stuff. This is what is this? A triablog? I don't know what the hell that means. A brief history of the African slave trade. The African slave trade, as manifested by white European males, began as we know it in 1434, when a Portuguese sailor named Antonio Gonzalez landed on this coast, Guinea, Africa, and carried away with him some Negro boys whom he sold to one or two Moorish families in the south of Spain. Come on, man. Hey, now this 1434, so the Moors weren't even kicked out yet. Wow. So allegedly they sold some black folks to some black folks. There you go. Hmm. Let me help you out though. I think that's almost it. No, it ain't. Christopher Columbus ass. His goof ass. Let me get him. I can't even call him goofy. He did a thing. That ain't even a name. So who was he? He was likely born in Genoa, Italy in 1451. Yeah. Uh-huh. Likely. He was a man of many names. No, that is the same name. It's just in different languages. It's just like Christopher, Christoph, all that shit. Same name, man. Stop it. All right, cool. In Latin, Columbus means dove, while Christopher means Christ bearer. That's in Latin. Well, the Roman Empire sent them, so that would make sense. He's the Christ bearer dove. This symbolism leads some to believe that Christopher Columbus picked this name because he liked what it meant rather than as a way to alter his original name. Hmm. In other words, his birth name might have been something entirely unrelated. Damn, didn't I say the Doctrine of Discovery was what the fuck was my title? I don't even remember what it was. Hmm. Oh yeah, I did say that shit was fake then. These are my words, so don't worry about me. This is how I feel about it. People believe anything these days. It's okay though, but you just have to. Mm, I don't got no victim mentality. I wasn't raised like that. Additionally, not everyone believes that Columbus was born in modern day Italy. Some claim he was born in Spain, while others argue he was actually a Portuguese Jew with the name of Salvador Fernandez Zarco. There is even a theory that he adopted the name Cristoforo Colombo from a pirate named Colombo. Yeah, it made a whole lot of sense to me. A lot of places with the name Colombo, Columbus, and all that. You got the District of Columbia in the U.S., South American Columbia. In Canada, you got British Columbia. So all that mean, oh my God, wow. They should have named it Christopher, but okay. Columbus, Columbia. Hmm. All right, that goes something else. Get my process going. So we got to oh, throw the black nobility in there. Are Roman aristocratic families who sided with the papacy under Pope Pius IX after the Savoy family led army of the Kingdom of Italy entered Rome on the 20th of September 1870. hmm So that's the black nobility, right? Right. Check out this person. King King Charles the what? King Charles the First of England. Let's give him that one. What was his religion? Oh well, do a little wiki search on his ass real quick. He was Protestant. He was. Hmm. Could have fooled me. Oh, here we go. This is the Catholic one. Yeah, all of them still Catholic to me. It don't matter. He was king of Scotland. He was the oldest son, surviving son of Charles the First. Okay, and he got executed. The daddy. He's the king of England, Scotland, and Ireland. Okay. Charles was born in St. James Place. His mama was Henrietta Maria, sister of Louis XIII of France. Who was she? Catholic. There you go. And her mama was the Medici lady, which that ain't her picture. Anywho. Yep, Henrietta Maria's Roman Catholicism made her unpopular in England and also prohibited her from being crowned in a Church of England service. Mm-hmm. Yep. Boom. And her mother, Medici. Oh yeah, Roman Catholic. And look at who her dad is. Grand Duke of Tuscany. Oh yeah. I remember I looked this up a while ago. Oh, he got her mama was a redhead. Okay. Now, she's the mother of Henrietta Maria, right? Queen of England, Scotland, and Ireland. You might as well throw France in there too, because her son is Louis the 13th of France. Catholics. Okay, up. And then her daughter, Elizabeth, Queen of Spain and Portugal. Come on, man. This in the 1600s. Hey, and what I say, Benjamin Franklin said, now that's in 1751. He said, hey, these folks swarthy now. Get right. All right. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Miss Catherine Maria de Medici. And the DE means nobility in French. And I'll show y'all something else too. What does that mean? DE before the last name. In the French language, the DE and DU or D particle before one's family name, which literally means of a geographical area, often indicates that one is from a noble family, or rather that one's family was once part of French nobility. Woo! All right, click on you. Got too many pages open. Now, where the hell is she at? There she go. They start whitewashing people and shit. They go her daddy. Her daddy. He got a little tan to him. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Francisco the First de Medici, Grand Duke of Tuscany. He was the son of Cosimo. He got a little tan to him too. Mm-hmm. Who was his wife? Eleanor Toledo. She was a Spanish noblewoman and Duchess of Florence as the first wife of Cosimo. Ooh, boy. Come on, black nobility. They ain't gonna pop out now. They want to keep showing. Well, I'll show you how to get light skin too. Might as well. We got Francesco. We got Cosimo. Mm-hmm. Now them just little funny looking paintings that they got. Cosimo was born in Florence to the son of the famous condottiere. He was an Italian captain during the Middle Ages. Damn. Ludovici de Medici, known as Giovanni something, and his wife Maria Salviati, herself a granddaughter of Lorenzo the Magnificent. Ooh, he cockeyed. He was the grandson of Caterini Sforza, the Countess of Florian, Lady of Imola. All right. Cosimo became Duke of Florence in 1537 at age 17 after the former Duke of Florence, Alessandro de' Medici, was assassinated. Cosimo was from a different branch of the Medici family, descended from Giovanni Papalano, the great grandson of Giovanni di Bici di Medici, founder of the Medici Bank. Oh, are we getting somewhere? Okay. Alessandro. I think we've seen this picture before. Now, Alessandro, he born in 1510, 1537. So he was rocking with Charles V them. Nicknamed Il Moro due to his dark complexion. Oh my goodness. They need to stop. They need to stop his dark complexion. Man, they say the Moors ruled Spain for 700 years. From 711 to 1492. Man, please. Okay. His nickname is attributed to his relatively dark pigmentation. Some historians, such as Christopher Hibbert, present two hypotheses as to Alessandro de' Medici's ancestry. He was rumored to be Cardinal Giulio's son by a Moorish slave or peasant woman from the Roman Campagna. What is that? Is a low-lying area surrounding Rome. Hmm. Okay. His mother was identified in documents as Simonetta da Colaviccio. Wow. French author reported in the 1560s that the claim of a slave origin was a false rumor first spread by Alessandro's exiled enemies in Naples. In his book, he confirmed that she was of African descent. Oh, yeah? University of Florence historian Giorgio Spini to describe his rumor as unfounded, instead tracing Alessandro's mother to a peasant from the Roman countryside who would later go on to marry a carrier from Lazio. Okay. Now, watch this. We're gonna find his family. Cause they saying she was a what? A slave. We're gonna get their family on here. The Calaviccio. This family is on here. All on Catholic too, so man. Something ain't right. Something is not right. And then they just throw pictures in there. There you go. You got a nice little table up there, boy. You look like somebody. Mm-mm-mm. A whole lot of white folks. But that's how it goes. Let's check out this Medici family. An Italian banking family and political dynasty that first consolidated power in the Republic of Florence under Cosimo during the first half of the 15th century. Mm-mm-mm. The 1400s. Okay. Let's get to the black nobility names. The House of Colonna. They started in 1099. Okay. The Massimo. $9.50. Seems like everybody popped off during that time. Good bit of folk did. What they at? Did I lose them? Oh, there we go. The Orsini family. Ooh, 752. Mm. 8th century. Man, these folk been rocking for a long time, man. Black nobilities. They call them black nobility, but they show you pale skinned people. I don't know, man. Like, black is white and white is black. Shit, I don't know. Oh, I'll show you what it means. This is what it means. All of these people. Oh, and more. 15, 20. Let me go back and start over. And we're going to click on it. Who were the Moors? No, I don't want to submit to nothing. Just saying. National Geographic don't play, but they want you. And yes, there were some light-skinned people. The Moors, the Islamic West, 7th through 15th centuries. What? Al-Andalus, Moors in Spain. Spain? Okay. The Moors in Spain. When black men rule the world. Yep. Who were the Moors? African Muslims. How they civilized Spain. Okay. But on this picture right here, though, they don't say nothing about them being African, though. They saying African, but African just means Catholic. Man, I had this one picture on here that I need to find, but let's keep scrolling. Hold on. That ain't the white guy on his knees, ain't it? Goddamn praising that guy. You want some of that gold off you. Let me get some of that gold, my brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can just type this in on Google. Just type in Moors, Moors. It's there. They still talking about Africans, but okay. Moors in the European Renaissance. Africans in Europe, Moors Europe. Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully they ain't. You call them African, but this 20th century Negro literature book I got said something different too. So I don't even want. I get to these pages on this thing right here. A lot of these folk come out of England and Scotland and stuff. Oh, especially the other book I got. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what it is, man. It is what it is. A lot of these folks already lived over there, man. There you go. You got the Wild Men and Moors. Circa 1440, Black Central Europe. What? Can I make this picture bigger? Oh, Black Central Europe. Wild Men and Moors. This remarkable medieval tapestry depicts a battle between giant wild men clothed only in forest products or perhaps their own hair and the civilized defenders of a castle. Of course, most notable is the contrast in skin color and the reversal of our expectations that white should denote civilization and black the lack thereof. The wild giants with their unkept hair and beards attack with stones and sticks. In the other two sections of the tapestry, they battle with a lion, a dragon, and a unicorn, heraldic symbols representing authority and power, and then present gifts of wild game to a mother and child in a cave. In case we were in any doubt as to the level of civility among these white men, one of the gift givers has prominent fangs. The black defenders, by contrast, inhabit a fortified castle and fight with bows and arrows. The men's neatly groomed beards, robes, and headbands identify them as Saracens, or perhaps as black converts to Christianity. Their king, queen, and princess watch anxiously from the keep while heralds called out for assistance. Now, peak game on that. Now, they are neatly groomed beards, robes, and headbands identify them as Saracens or perhaps as black converts to Christianity. Hold on. Phoenicians. Phoenicians. So they from ancient Britain before Christianity. I read that shit in here somewhere. They are pre-Christianity. Pre-Christianity. Matter of fact, they even get more gangster. Let me hit this up real quick. One more thing, then I'm gonna get my ass off the internet. Where are camels native to? You can do the Wikipedia. You can do shit, man. You can do just about anyone out here. Since they want to talk that Middle East talk, I'm just gonna go with Wikipedia because yeah, that's what everybody knows. Where are camels indigenous to? A camel from Latin camelus and Greek camelos from ancient Semitic. Hold on. What is Semitic? Hold on, man. Semitic languages. All right. Gamal is an even-toed ungulate in the genus Camelus that bears distinctive fatty deposits known as humps on its back. Camels have long been domesticated and as livestock. They provide food and textiles, whatever. Camels are working animals, especially suited to their desert habitat, and are a vital means of transport for passengers and cargo. Okay. The word camel is also used informally in a wider sense, where the more correct term is camelid to include all 7 species of the family. The true camels, the above 3 species, along with the New World camelids, the llama, alpaca, the guanaco, and the visuna, which belong to the separate tribe Lamini. Camelids originated in North Africa. Oh no, shit. Damn, I'm tripping. North America during the Eocene, with the ancestor of modern camels, Paracamelus migrating across the Bering Land Strait into Asia during the late Miocene around 6 million years ago. Man, ain't no damn camels walk, man. Okay, the Bering Land Bridge, right? So it's freezing fucking cold. You think I'm finna leave out of a hot ass desert and go walk into the cold? No. Check this out. This is just a map of the U.S. This shit. It's a map of the U.S. desert. So this where your camels was at, and they just decided, man, look, we finna blow this joint. We gonna walk our ass all the way up here and go over here. Matter of fact, let me get you a better one right here. Them camels say we gonna walk our happy ass all the way up out of here, from where it's warm at, where we are indigenous to, and go to the fucking cold. Through a whole lot of cold, whole lot of cold, just to end up in the goddamn Middle East, way over here. Wow, people tell you anything. Meanwhile, the Phoenicians popped up with horses. Probably had camels too, man. Folk tell you any fucking thing. But yes, camels are indigenous to North America. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we can go to elephants. lions and shit. All kind of stuff come from America. And people still trying to say that stuff just made its way over there. No, it didn't. Them Phoenicians took it when they set up Britain and Scotland and everywhere else. Ooh, one more for the road. Phoenician. Oh, they do got Phoenician popes too. Yeah, I don't feel like doing all that shit either. But Phoenician colonies maps. Show me the map. Now, beside from uh Britain and Scotland and Ireland and all that, these are some more Phoenician cities and stuff. Amazing. And they did go all up into Syria and Poland and everywhere else too. So just something to ponder on. And they tell you the Phoenicians are from the Middle East. Well, if they from the Middle East, they might as well should have stayed there because it's hard as hell to move through there. That's when you look at these currents right here. And this the currents map. How you gonna set up colonies when the current is working against you? Unless you catch that wind, though. You catch that wind. Ooh, nope. The wind gonna push you back in. So how you gonna get through there? How you gonna start from here, over here in old Israel, and make your way all out here? That's some hard work. This is hard work. Now, if you were to say, "Hey, man, the Phoenicians come from America," that would make a whole lot of sense with all these currents just floating right over here and just starting whole civilizations. Boom. Bringing all that good corn and coca leaf and tobacco and some Mary Janes and some collard greens and some squash. Oh, and turkey too. Says turkey from America. Yeah. It's just so many things. Anywho, yep. As Devis and Malat have suggested, the tapestry is unique in the way it brings into conflict different groups often marked as marginal, others in Christian Europe, and while the precise story being told here has been lost to the sands of time, it does not. It does seem that the tapestry celebrated some form of alliance between two families whose crests appear in the design. One of these families, the Zorns, had a member of who had fought and died in the Crusades and later came to include a Moor in their coat of arms. So perhaps this explains the inclusion of the black defenders. If true, then this tapestry has value beyond its own strange beauty by shedding light on the practice of incorporating Moors and crowned Moors in particular into heraldry. Come on, man. Come on, man. So the Crusades, right? And later came to include a Moor in their coat of arms. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get right. Yeah. Picture speaks 1,000 words, man. 1,000 words. What this one called? Oh, well, you can look up Black Central Europe, but Wild Men and Moors, circa 1440. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Moorish Spain. And of course these buildings look just like over here too. There you go. There you go. There you go. Moors, saints, knights, and kings. The African president presence in medieval and Renaissance Europe. Yeah, they gonna always say African. According to the Oxford English Dictionary, the Moors, as early as the Middle Ages and as late as the 17th century, were commonly supposed to be black or very swarthy, and hence the word is often used for Negro. Early in the 8th century, after a grim and extended resistance to the Arab invasions of North Africa, the Moors joined the triumphant surge of Islam. Following this, they crossed over from Morocco over to the Iberian Peninsula, where their swift victories and remarkable feats soon became the substance of legends. Hmm. Yeah. 400 foot soldiers and 100 horses. Oh, they brought horses. Sound like some Phoenician activity. Yeah, tied on into it. Up, and he got that Roman Empire. He got that eagle, that double eagle on that thing for the Roman Empire. Mm-hmm. All Berbers. They successfully carried out a mission in southern Iberia, an important city in southern Spain. Is named after him, Tarif. It is clear, however, that the conquest of Spain was undertaken upon the initiative of Tariq ibn Ziyad. Tariq was in command of an army of at least 10,000 men. Damn, but they only took 400 people to take over one little city. Okay. Man, dude look smooth, boy. He's smooth. Got a jury out the man. And he running the Roman Empire with that flag in his hand. That's that double eagle. Yeah. There you go. Who that is? St. Maurice, ain't it? Oh no, yep, the Black Saint Maurice, Knight of the Holy Lance. Let's get it. Holy Roman Emperor, baby. Oh man. Of all the many black men in the history of Europe, few have excited the imagination more than Saint Maurice. He was a black saint in the area then, and now that has very few black inhabitants. Oh, what that means? Say they were black back then, they ain't black no more. Mm. The name Maurice is derived from Latin and means like a Moor. He wasn't no more, he was like one. The Black Saint Maurice, the Knight of the Holy Lance, is regarded as the great patron saint of the Holy Roman Germanic Empire. He is also known, especially in Germany, as Saint Mauritius, the earliest version of the Maurice story and the account upon which all later versions are based is found in the writings of Bishop Euchinus of Lyons, who lived more than 1,500 years ago. According to Eucharius, Saint Maurice was a high official in the Thebaid region of southern Egypt, a very early center of Christianity. Hold on. Very early? How early? Is that Phoenician early 1,500 years ago? Man, shit, I gotta flip through this book some more. Oh my God. The truth is right there, man. They be throwing that shit all in there. They just be, and they done ran all around from it. I always tell folk, I tell white people too. Well, the people that are called white today, I tell them, man, I know you didn't do it. I know it wasn't you. Specifically, Maurice was the commander of a Roman legion of Christian soldiers stationed in Africa. They were from Rome, but they were stationed in Africa. By the decree of Roman Emperor Maximian, his contingent of 6,600 men was dispatched to Gaul in order to suppress a Christian uprising there. Hold on, where's Gaul? Hold on, now. I know what Gaul is at. I think Gaul is Gaul. Could Gaul be this place that we was calling Amorica? Yes. Yes. Gallia Lugdunensis. It's French. Whatever. Holy shit. Uh, was a province of the Roman Empire, is what is now the modern country of France, part of the Celtic territory of Gaul, formerly known as Celtica. Mm-hmm. Anyway, go back. Subsequently, he and almost all of his troops were martyred when they chose to die rather than persecute Christians. Damn. Renounced their faith and sacrificed to the gods of the Romans. Hmm? Wow. And this happened in Switzerland. And this was in the year 280 or 300. Look at that. Even by the epoch of Islamic Spain, the stature of St. Maurice had reached immense proportions. Charlemagne, the grandson of Charles Martel and the most distinguished representative of the Carolingian dynasty, attributed to St. Maurice the virtues of the perfect Christian warrior. Hmm. In token of victory, Charlemagne had the lance of St. Maurice, a replica of the Holy Lance reputed to have pierced the side of Christ, carried before the Frankish army. Like the general populace, which strongly relied on St. Maurice for intercession, the Carolingian dynasty prayed to this military saint for the strength to resist and overcome attacks by enemy forces. Ooh, St. Maurice, is that you? There you go. There you go. Just saying, man, people be crying about black on black and all that. Man, look, live your life, pay them taxes, pay them bills, take care of what you need to take care of, man. That's what I'm doing. I ain't worrying about it. I ain't worrying about it. Yes. There you go. It's there. Ain't nobody gotta believe you. You believe you. There you go. There you go. Fucking with them white girls. Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh, Algiers. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on. But it is what it is. I'm gonna go over this stuff and look at some more stuff. I think I got over everything. Oh, well, this what was going on in the 15th century. All of that stuff, the Ottoman Empire and all that stuff. Henry the Navigator leads the conquest of Quetta from the Moors. Henry the Navigator. Look a little tannish, if you ask me. Marking the beginning of the Portuguese Empire. Hmm. Okay. Who Henry the Navigator some kin to? There you go. Find out who he's some kin to. Oh, his daddy was John the First. And his mama from England. Well, there we go. There go her mama. Ain't nothing but families and all kind of stuff going on, man. We all family. It's just, man, somebody trying to keep something going. the Aviz dynasty, a dynasty of Portuguese origin. Oh, there go another one, the Order of Aviz. I don't know if I can find some really dark skinned kings and stuff and they stuff. But maybe some other time. It's all tied in. It wouldn't have made sense if Benjamin Franklin wouldn't have came and basically just broke it all down. You talking about this damn near the whole world. This one half of the world. Well, shit, it's the whole world, really. Because Africa, Asia, America, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, Swedes, Germans. Shoot, man, that's down there. Well, that, man, get right. Get right. You know, Lisbon. And then you got Spain right there. We got a long way to go, people. But I sure appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. Just be patient with me. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to get this together. We will get it together. Now, who are white people? Free white persons. After the Naturalization Act been changed in America. Oh, matter of fact, let me do 1790 first. Free white persons of good character, thus excluding Native Americans, indentured servants, enslaved people, free black people. Don't say shit about no Africans on here. And later Asians. It say free black people. Let me see this real quick. In the British colonies in North America and the United States before the abolition of slavery, free Negro or free black described the legal status of African Americans who were not enslaved. Oh, yeah? I think they're talking about these 20th century Negroes right here who were born into this life. Now, I done went through this book. There's a whole lot of people that was born free too, which is some crazy shit. And a lot of these people were traveling freely. You talking about these African Americans? D.W. Cope. Yeah, it was wrote in 1902. Amazing. Roll credits on this joint. These people ain't no damn African. And him don't look like one. W.H. Krogman. Look at this. Professor W.H. Krogman, A.M. Fuck that mean? Probably like African Ministries, probably. Who occupies the chair of Greek and Latin in Clark University, Atlanta. Come on, man. In Christian character, scholarship in his department, literary ability, general culture, and distinguished services stands. It is safe to say among the first four, if not at the head of the Negro race. In all the particulars mentioned, he would honor a professorship in any college in the land. He was born in St. Martin. Man, please. And look where he done been. Hold on. His visits included especially England, various points on the continent of Europe, Calcutta, and Bombay in Asia, various places in South America and Australia. And he was born in 1841, and he popped off in 1855 doing stuff. Man, come on, man. I don't buy no damn slaves, man. Y'all white folk gotta come to the front of the class, tripping. Free Negroes. Come on, man. You go on the internet, you just see people. Her. Them probably his kids. You know, try to act like he a slave. Nigga, them your kids. Shit, one more. This guy. Yeah. I don't know why, baby. Charles Syphax holding his grandson circa 1865. Mm-hmm. It's too much. I'm gonna do this one though. I'm gonna hold on to that one. But I sure appreciate everyone, and I'm finna get my ass off here. Thank you so much, y'all. Please like and subscribe and share. Leave a few comments. Oh, shout out to my folks in Thompson over there in North Augusta. Let's see what we got. Folks down in Albany. Yep. ATL as usual. Got some folks got them subscribing out there in Lawrenceville. We got somebody from Virginia too. Yeah. Appreciate y'all all over in Beach Island and stuff. Yep. Man. Get your confidence level up, peoples. You know, it's the doctrine of discovery. It was fate by the black nobility Roman Empire. Yeah. I mean, slavery happened, but like I don't know if it really happened like the way they portrayed it. But they went brutal with it. But it seemed like it wasn't all that it seemed. So something to ponder on. Y'all take it easy. I'll hit y'all up later.